Hello there everyone, it's Mark 3 and welcome back to Avorion for my second video in this game. And unlike the previous one, which was a what you doing, this one is response blah, 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 words already. Okay, this one is in response to a request that I should try to do some Avorion series. I think I'm going to crash into that a little bit. Nope, I'm okay. So yeah, the reason I didn't do an Avorion series is because I was never really sure what I was going to do with it. But, oh hey, it's a request, I'll give it a try. Just see how we do. So, my immediate goal is to focus on getting a ship built up as initial resources which is combat worthy. This game mode is set to insane, by the way, just because of reasons. I'm kind of curious to see what it does to the game balance, but I've not played this game on insane before, so I don't know. But for now, I'm just going to start building up and gather resources for at least an initial ship. And I've got a nice little cluster of asteroids around here, ready for me to mine. So, yes. I'll get back to you as soon as I've done that. And sadly, this game, I think, needs time skips, so that's why I said I'll get back to you. Yeah, see you in a few moments. Well, we've got our first group of aliens. They've turned up and I think they're probably going to get blasted by that Corvette, so hooray, salvage for us, I suppose. I've also collected a fair amount of resources, very small amount of titanium, but a good deal of iron. So that's enough for me to actually get a starter ship put together, I think. I'm just going to wander closer over here and have a look at what's going on. Maybe it's the firepower ratings. I'm not entirely sure, but... Oh wait, I remember. If I remember correctly, it's more about the quality of the modules that the opposing ships have on higher and lower difficulty settings, so... These guys might be kind of dangerous, but I don't know how dangerous, because, you know, the Omicron rating for weapons power is kind of bad. Still, that Corvette is getting itself killed, and... that might not be such a good thing. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start building, I suppose, once this fight is over, and I'll see if I can get any salvage out of that too. So yep, see you again in a few moments. Oh, actually, there's one dead over there. What's in it? Yep, it's still made of just iron at this stage. Ooh, something sparkly just dropped. What are you? You are a system module, okay. What kind? Battery module. Interesting, but not really that special. Anyway, yeah, be back in a few moments. With my ship as it is right now, this is about all I can do. I'm trying to get a little bit of salvage, not really caring about the materials that these craft are built from. But I'm just breaking them up to see if anything interesting pops out. And that's about it. And then I'll go and actually build my initial craft. I should mention, by the way, this is actually a pilot episode because of the whole not entirely sure what I'm going to do with Avorion thing. So if you guys are interested at all, let me know in the comments and things like that. And I might continue if there's enough interest. Because I really don't know what I'm doing. Nope, nothing drops off that. Okay, where's the next one? Nothing popped out of that one either, sadly. Oh well. Not entirely sure where the third one's got to, so I'm just going to go ahead and get some building done. Anyway, I should probably do this close to a dock so I can actually resupply with personnel. Because, you know, you don't want to get stranded just sitting around doing nothing. Let's go for the, whichever one's closest, I think. Yeah, the resource depot will do. Okay, I need to name this ship something. I'm going to call it the Wedge. Sure. And now it is finished. This is my ship. It is glorious. A block of metal floating in space. I'm going to get a lot done with this thing. Except probably not. Anyway, let's actually start building. Anyway, Let's see, I've got blocks set to 0.5. Let's set my grid scale to 2.5, sorry, 0.25, just like that, so that should be... Wait, what? Why have I got a 4 by grid? Wait, have I got the settings wrong? No, I don't think I do. Okay. But yeah, I always set my grid scale down to half my scale step because it makes placing the blocks on the exteriors much, much easier. Let's kill off safe mode. Go ahead and build a block there. And then delete my starting block. So, haha! I now have a much smaller starting block, which will be that one. Okay, delete that. And I'm... sorry, my voice is having fun today. Now, why am I doing this? So that I can replace my core block with a block of heavy metal armor. Because, you know, why not? Why not make sure your core block is actually kind of thick and high hit point and high resistance to damage and stuff like that? It's just what I do, basically. Now, the problem is, my plans really for this revolve around having... well, I'm going to build a ship, but I'm not going to race off and follow conventional wisdom or anything like that, which I believe is go and grab the rare materials so you can get your shield generators up fast. I mean, yeah, that is effective, but it's not quite what I'm going to do, you know? Just trying to work out how thick... I'm going to have to do this one thick, aren't I? Okay, yeah. Just a big engine on the back for now. A big engine. Sure. Actually, can I do this out of titanium? Titanium is more weight effective, so... yeah, I have barely any titanium, so no. Okay. Right, so if I'm not going to go rushing off and get high-end materials to try and get an effective ship that way, then what does that mean for me? Well, what it means is I'm going to have to build my ship out of low-grade materials. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So like that, I guess. That's plenty of crew space for now. And low-grade materials means I'm going to have to use iron as my primary building blocks, and titanium when I can get it for a few more specialised parts like integrity fields and things. And my main defence in a fight is going to have to be, you know, the good old reliable armour block, which most people seem to forget about as far as I can tell. Also, yes, I'm building lots of small thruster blocks rather than trying to go with building big ones, since that whole... I mean, look. Oh, braking cost is actually increasing. Has that been changed? I do not know. Anyway, let's leave it like this for now. And I'll experiment when I actually get some crew back in, because this is my ship. There are many ships like it, but this ship is mine. It can actually maneuver okay as it is. So yeah, let's go ahead and dock up and grab some crew. I wonder if that was actually a thing. If they actually did put the update through, which increases reverse thrust for a thicker block, because that's one of my big complaints with the game so far, that it doesn't do that. Let's see, how many do I need? This is why I put extra crew space on. Yeah, you're fine. I don't have any engineers here, so I'm going to grab an engineer. So we go. I'm going to need a couple of gun guys. I've got a spare system module actually. It's an all-turret +1. Problem is it's 0.25 gigawatts, so I don't have any... That's going to be another problem. Without high-grade materials, I'm going to struggle for power. But yeah, let's assign that to that. Hire another one of you guys, sure. I'm overloading with materials right now, but... 4.5? Yeah. And then that's what I need. So, okay, that should be enough to get everything sorted out. Right. Let's check it, shall we? If I take off the no mirror mode, And if I do this, 1.1, 0.9, yeah, as you can see, it's not working. Brake thrust is just... This is something I don't like. It's how the braking thrust doesn't scale properly with the size of the block. I mean, I know they're planning to fix that, but right now it's not in there, so I keep building with these small blocks. I know it's something of an exploit and slightly cheaty, but the fact is that thrusters just aren't working as intended right now. I don't think, anyway, so yeah, I'm going to do it like that. To try and maintain some manoeuvrability, I need to have a lot of thrusters because of, you know, iron being really, really heavy. So I'm going to keep on adding more and more blocks to this. Let's see, how expensive is a generator? Because since I don't have much titanium, it's either between that or integrity fields. Yeah, I can get a fair size generator, I think. Okay, I'll keep on building. Keep getting this initial craft put together. And that is pretty much the limits of the resources I gathered for my initial construction. It's, as you can see, it's looking very basic. But that's what a couple of thousand iron and titanium got for me, as well as a few thousand credits, so can't complain too much. Let's see, it's moving pretty well. I need to dock again and find some more crew, though. I'm out of peoples. So that's why having a big crew bay on the front is helpful. But yeah, this should go to blah blah blah. Words again. This should give me a fairly decent ratio of thrusters to everything else, so I can at least brake quickly. So when I start adding armor on, it shouldn't compromise the shop. The shop? What is wrong with me? The ship to an overwhelming degree. At least that's the general theory. Let's see, I need some more basic guys. Oh, I need a sergeant now. Gonna have to assign one of them from my regular guys too. So, yeah, I'm already running short on peoples. I still need the 4, which I'm going to throw into my miners. There we go. Okay. The wedge is starting to take at least a basic shape. And since I've installed my titanium in the form of a generator, I'm going to install that turret mod I picked up from those aliens that got shot. So that's +1 to my turrets. And that'll let me mount my 4 initial turrets quite comfortably. So that's both mining lasers and both chain guns. For now, they're going to have to sit up here on the crew quarters, really, I think. Yeah. Let's put the miners here and the chain guns here. So yeah, I've got that. I've got all the stuff. My crew is actually slightly cramped, so I need more crew quarters, but that'll be very easy to sort out because I've got all of the stuff I require. Group 1 those, Group 2 those. Okay. And onwards to gather some more iron to expand the ship further. Let's set Group 2 to... Oh, I don't have auto fires, do I? No, I don't. Okay. Manual mining it is. Okay, several rocks and a whole bunch of mining later. I have nearly 1,000 titanium and a couple of thousand iron, so I can actually take care of my ship a bit more. As you can see, I tacked on a new crew quarters just to keep my people alive and happy, but my energy generation is actually slightly overloaded, so I do need the power boost from a generator. Let's see, that's the size I want, and oh, I'm out of money. Ooh, okay, I guess I can sell that battery upgrade I got. It's not really doing much for me. Plus it's an uncommon, so it should be worth a bit. Okay, let's go ahead and find the trade station over there. Off we go to flog some wares. I'm also very aware that the way I'm recording this makes me feel like the videos Lathrix is doing. With all the cutting around back and forth kind of thing. That was not my intention, I will be quite honest. But as I said, I don't know what I'm doing. So there you go. Okay, that can go for 9,500. So yeah, that's definitely going to be enough to keep me going for a little while. Is there anything here that I want though? Let's try and find that out. Buy and sell turrets. Oh, they've got some fair miners, but they are out of my price range though. Ooh, that's actually a pretty powerful one, but its efficiency is pretty low compared to mine, I think. Let's check mine. What are mine at? Mine are 20 efficiency with 2.9 damage. Not too bad actually. Yeah. Definitely a lot worse, these things. This double iron one looks pretty nice, but it's 17,000 and I can't afford that. So yeah. Oh well, I've got a little bit of money, so let's go ahead and install that power system just to make sure that my craft can actually maintain being able to, you know, move, because that would be nice. Being able to maintain itself would be definitely nice. Okay, so what state are we in now? We've got 2 weapon turrets, we've got 2 mining turrets installed. I've been peacefully mining. We got a whole bunch of credits right now, so let's actually install some forward armor. Yeah, I think that's a good way to start. Now, armor plating. Let's turn off mirror mode. Right, armor plating. It's got a couple of problems with it. The biggest one being that it's absolutely really heavy. Let's strip off my turrets here for a moment. Strip those off, yes, thank you. And since it's an actual ship block, you want it to survive more than anything else. So that means you need to have bigger blocks for better performance, and you need to try and have it cope with whatever's being thrown at it. So, you know, 2. Sorry, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. So yeah, I guess this size is okay. On the plus side though, armor is pretty cheap, so yeah. Let's do that. And of course, I invested some of my titanium in the form of integrity fields, so these new blocks I'm putting down will have integrity field covering them. That should be lined up properly. Oh, no, I don't think that's quite straight. You know what would be a good idea? If I turned on a Y-axis mirror. That sounds like an excellent idea. But yeah, the wedge is going to start becoming combat effective in a loose sense of the word. I need to make sure that's properly. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I like to be symmetrical and all that, so yep, that's fine. Make this one look shorter. But that's because I want this one to be covering the front angle like that. So, you know, another pair of heavy armor blocks right on the front here to absorb incoming fire. Sounds nice. Oh, that's actually going to give me another system upgrade slot as well. Through sheer massive armor. That sounds fun. And then I'm going to switch it to solid armor block, which I'm going to shrink down and then widen across here. Actually, how much should I do? Yeah, suddenly I'm only weak compared to very weak. So yeah, it does take armor into account apparently when it's calculating that. How much is that going to cost? Very small amount still. So yeah. How big is that actually in comparison? About the same, so okay. Let's do it like that. Oh, bugger, that's iron edge, not iron. Where's the material replacer tool? Transform block, here we go. Iron edge armor. Transform that one. Transform that one. So apparently I was not placing things properly, but anyway. Whoops. No, hang on, that's wrong. I need to replace that with regular iron block. Iron armor. Don't mind me, I'm just messing things up. So yeah, okay, that's that. braking thrust is down to 13.4, forward thrust is only at 40.8, so yeah, adding that armour sheath has massively increased the weight of the craft, but that is pretty much as what I said was going to happen, isn't it? Let's turn on a lock to block middle. That way I can just easily click it in. And add a whole bunch more thrusters to try and get some braking thrust back up. Yeah, that's working. A bit at a time, a bit here, a bit there, a bit everywhere else. But this craft now has some endurance in a head-on fight, at the cost of its manoeuvring abilities. But that's why I'm installing lots and lots of thrusters right now. Oh, it seems I've misplaced something somewhere. That's just great. Oh no, it's the blocks that are missized. Never mind. I can live with that. That's fine. Well, I guess this thing is a definite start, isn't it? I'm just going to reattach my weapons and things. Right now, this thing is somewhat manoeuvrable. 40 meters a second acceleration, 24 meters a second braking, so that's pretty good. 600 top speed. Again, pretty good. I've installed what thrusters I can to balance things out. It's powerful enough to keep going, and all of the armor blocks and things have integrity fields on them, so everything is a bit more durable. It's still got a ways to go, but I was running out of iron again, so, you know, you do what you can, basically. Anyway, this craft is starting to look more and more powerful. Let's push on and see what else I can do in this starting zone. Yep, as you can see, the acceleration has taken a massive hit, but I can still maneuver pretty well. That's not too bad. Oh geez, when did those bandits turn up? Okay, I guess it's time for a combat test then, isn't it? Let's get in there. Well, there's no time like this to try and find out if you're going to be okay in a fight. And that is to go into a fight. Though that said, because of how long it took me to reach the bandits, they are pretty badly beat up anyway. So let's go ahead. Oh dear. Well, I took a few scratches, but ooh, hello! A exceptional warp upgrade. I took a few minor dings, but yeah, that wasn't really much of a fight at all. Just going to crack open my presents to see if there's anything else here. I don't have a salvage laser, so I can't properly salvage these guys right now. Nope, nothing. Where's the last guy? There he is. But you can see what I'm going for with this armour, can't you? The outer layer of armour is there just to stop whatever the opponent might throw at me. But in the meantime... Oh hello, there's another one there. Okay. In the meantime, it's going to be a case of me gathering more resources to expand my ship, because that is primarily what it needs right now. And yep, that's all of the carcasses. Okay, back to mining. I really need to decide what to do. That orange upgrade I got was really nice. It's a very big jump upgrade, especially this early on in the game. I mean, a whole 4 sectors. That gives me a jump range of 6.5 compared to the 2.5 I've got right now. But... well, as you can see, I've modified my craft slightly. I've opened the front up a little bit so that I can more easily get the shape I want out of it. And I need to continue to expand my crafts. And right now, I think that hanging on to that particular warp drive upgrade, well, it might be nice eventually. It's worth a couple $100,000 if I sell it to the equipment dock. And that will give me money to buy more turrets, to get more systems, to expand the ship a lot further, a lot faster than if I was just waiting for something that would cost me more than 3 times my current ship's power output to actually fit in the first place. So yeah, in the interest of development, I'm going to sell that particular upgrade and use the money to get more guns and things just attached to my ship. I think that's the way I want to go about this. Okay, a group of alien ships have warped in, and that is a great target opportunity for me to show off what this craft is currently capable of, more or less. It can do something at least, so there is that going for it. You've got to admit that. Anyway, yeah, that'll do for now. I've lost a good bit of thrust because I've just added on some more forward armour, but as you can see, this craft is now very distinctive in shape, despite everything. And oh, I see, that's one of the aspects of the difficulty setting. I wasn't... No, wait, those are bandits. Ooh. Targets abound, it seems. Okay, I'm going to go in there and do something with my 4 weapon turrets. Because, as I said, I was selling to get some upgrades. Let's see how well we do. Though sadly, I think I'm out of power again. I need more titanium. This is actually quite a group of pirates now that I'm seeing them up close. Okay, let's go ahead and do some stuff. Oh, ow. Yep. Apparently I'm taking a few bumps already. No doubt some of my thrusters are getting knocked off, but yep. Things are flicking off my armour, but overall I'm not really taking much damage from the looks of things. Oops, bang. Oh, actually I've taken a bit of a pounding. I've lost a fair chunk of my health bar. But not much by way of real blocks by the look of it. Yeah, all my armour sections are still there, so I'm guessing it's my exposed sides that are the problem. Hello. Or maybe it's the exposed thrusters up front, because I haven't got any armour protection up there for them. Yeah, that might be it. Hello, you. Bang. I could really do with some actual, power to manoeuvre and stuff like that. I need more generators, definitely. Oh, okay, now they're after me. That makes sense. Let's go after you first. And come on. You are dead. And I'm not really taking much by way of damage, so... Yep, this outer layer of armour is definitely doing the stuff. You're up next. Hello. Another one dead. Woo! Again, yeah, I think I've lost like a thruster block or two, and that's about it. So, using armor for an early ship is definitely viable. Bang, you're dead. No problems. Is there a last enemy? I'm not sure. I can't see any on my... Yeah, oh, that was all of them. Well, what do you know? I actually went in and got knocked around a fair bit, but my ship is still standing. That is the most important thing to take away from this. My ship is definitely still standing, thanks to its layers of armour. Yeah, incoming fire has knocked out like a couple of the exposed thruster blocks, but that is actually it. Apart from that, no damage overall. So, yeah. Building a ship out of early game armour, definitely a viable tactic. But sadly that is also roughly about the time I plan to use for this little pilot episode, see if anyone's interested in watching, so... Yeah, ooh, green. A green gun as well, even better. So yeah, that was the pilot episode of me on Avorion. And if you guys are interested at all, or you got anything you want to say about it, then let me know in the comments below. And if there's enough interest, I might just continue to record this play, and it'll become I Am Mark III's trip to the centre of the galaxy. Yeah, grand title, I guess, but it's a work in progress. Yeah. Anyway, time for traditional outro stuff as I hunt around for another freaking alien corpse. I know there's some more around here somewhere. I killed enough of them. Where are they? Right, around here. Oh yeah, this has been I Am Mark III. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope it wasn't as dull as I was afraid it was, which is part of the reason why I'd never recorded this stuff. Oops. And I'll catch you all some other time. There's one, yeah. That's one over there. Ooh, 2,500 titanium. Makes me sorry I don't have a salvaging laser. But yeah, I'll see you all later.